Along with Old Town, New Town is one of the most popular parts of Edinburgh, with its stunning architecture and modern layout. Today, we're going to show you New Town. Because Newtown is so popular, we're only going to point out the main tourist spots that many of you will have already heard of. If you'd like to know more about them, you can check out our accompanying blog post in the description below. And before we start, we do want to point out that some of the spots that we mentioned in this video may be temporarily closed due to the ongoing situation. So when the time is right to travel again, be sure to double check that where you're planning to visit is indeed open. Very briefly, Newtown was built between the 1760s and 1830s and was at the time the largest planned city development in the world, with neoclassical and Georgian architecture. We will get to some of the architecture in a bit, but first up is Regent Road, which we thoroughly enjoy for its wonderful views towards Holyrood Park. As you get closer to Princes Street, you come across Jacob's Ladder, which not only offers views into the city centre, but which you can take as a shortcut to Calton Road in Old Town. One of the must-see spots in Edinburgh's New Town is Calton Hill. And of course, we have the main streets in Newtown, Princes Street and George Street. Next up is Scott Monument, one of the largest monuments in the world dedicated to a writer. And this monument is dedicated to the Scottish writer Sir Walter Scott. In normal times, you can pay a small fee to ascend the spiral staircases to get beautiful views of Edinburgh. There are a number of galleries you can check out in Newtown, including the Scottish National Gallery and the Scottish National Portrait Gallery. And of course, nobody can go to Edinburgh's Newtown without visiting Princes Street Gardens. Within West Princes Street Gardens sits Gardener's Cottage. It used to be the house of the head gardener and has since been restored into a distinctive Victorian cottage. Now, getting back to the architecture of Newtown, across from St. Andrew's Square is Dundas House, a neoclassical building which is currently the registered office of the Royal Bank of Scotland. If you walk inside, you can see some stunning architecture, including the star-shaped, gold-rimmed coffer skylights. If you're interested in luxurious shopping, also nearby to St. Andrew's Square is Multrees Walk, which includes the likes of Harvey Nichols and Burberry, among others. We just wanted to point out the Stand Comedy Club on York Place, which, as the name suggests, is a comedy club for stand-up comedians. On the other end of Newtown, we wanted to point out Panda Sons, a barbershop-themed speakeasy. They operate as a hidden bar disguised as a vintage barbershop. Next up is Charlotte Square, which is regarded as an architectural masterpiece, with notable buildings including the Georgian House and Bute House. And last but not least, we wanted to show you Moray Place, which is part of Moray Estate, a single development from the early 19th century that catered to the extremely wealthy. A chunk of land from Charlotte Square to near the Water of Leith was the 10th Earl of Moray's property and used to be all parkland. Each house had 5 floors and was about 600 square meters, or about 6,500 square feet. Moray Place is a duodecagon, which is a 12-sided polygon, and is the largest space in the estate. Something else we want to mention is private gardens in Edinburgh. There are a number of private gardens in Edinburgh, a big one being Queen Street Gardens here in Newtown and another one here at Moray Place. This was first put in place in the 19th century, and most of these parks or gardens are in neighborhoods with extortionate house prices, so those who could afford to live in these luxurious houses could therefore have exclusive access to the neighboring green areas. This does seem a little bit unfair now in the 21st century, but as far as we know, it isn't going to change anytime soon. Of course, there is so much more to see in Edinburgh's new town, but we hope this gave you a small glimpse into some interesting spots to visit. Again, if you'd like any more detail on any of these places, you can find our accompanying blog post in the description below. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and comment below on what your favorite place in Edinburgh's new town is. We'll see you in the next video. 3. Ready?